Boston Red Sox might be in a position to go out and acquire an old-time friend that was once a Sox not too long ago before going out west. Now, after being DFA'd, it seems like Ryan Brasier is very much available to his old-time team in the Red Sox. I'll break down what a signing of Brasier would look like for this Red Sox team on this episode of Red Sox Digest. But first, before we get to the news, remember, if you're a part of the 86.5% currently watching this video, not currently subscribed to the channel, and want to stay up to date on everything Red Sox, scroll down and click the subscribe button. We do appreciate all the love and support, so thank you guys so very much for everything. But now let's get to it and break down an old friend returning to the bullpen. Now, this would be an awesome signing for this Boston Red Sox team, and the reason being is because we obviously have done a great job up to this point in the offseason adding more arms, whether it be in the starting rotation or coming out of the bullpen. But again, another arm is not going to be complained about. It would be obviously very, very much enjoyed, especially if it's the quality of a Ryan Brasier. Now, shout out to Robert Murray for being the one who broke this news, saying, sources, the Los Angeles Dodgers have designated reliever Ryan Brasier for assignment, DFA'd. So, this is very interesting, but it's not a surprise. And the reason being is because the Los Angeles Dodgers have been busier than any team in the MLB, and really all of the other teams collectively, it feels like, this offseason. Going out and acquiring, it doesn't matter if it's bats, pitching, starting pitching, coming out of the bullpen, it doesn't matter. They are so active, and they're honestly greedy at this point, it feels like, as a Red Sox fan, a Red Sox supporter, because the Dodgers just continue to go out and get every name, it seems like, that is available. And again, now they have too much talent, and it's getting to the point where they have to DFA a great player in Ryan Brasier. And Houston, he wasn't great for the Red Sox. We had high highs, we had very low lows when he was a part of the Red Sox. Well, in 2023, when he was traded from the Red Sox to the Dodgers, ever since he landed in LA, he was lights out. He was phenomenal. And I have an idea that it was due to the lack of the fastball that he threw and really turned that into a cutter. But again, let's just get into the fact that in 2023, when he landed in LA, he went 2-0, which isn't crazy, but he posted a .70 ERA. Okay, now that was in 39 games played in a total of 38.2 innings pitched, 38 and 2/3 innings pitched, again, in 2023 with the Los Angeles Dodgers specifically. So in almost 40 innings, he had a sub-1 ERA after being with the Boston Red Sox, where he posted a 7.29 ERA in 20 games played in 21 innings pitched. So again, a bit drastically different when he got to the West Coast playing for the Dodgers. And then following that season last year, in his age 36 season, he only played in he played in 29 games in a total of 28 innings pitched, and he posted a 3.5 ERA. Overall, simply phenomenal out west. Obviously, drastically different than how he played in Boston, which is unfortunate, but again, it is accurate. If we look at the innings pitched, there's a massive difference. Again, the highlighted yellow is his tenure in Los Angeles, where he had 1.8 WAR, and again, going 3-0 with a 1.89 ERA in 68 total games played in 66 and 2/3 innings pitched. That I know, again, it's not a lot of reps and it's not a lot of availability, but again, when he was present, when he was on the mound and on the bump, for these Los Angeles Dodgers, he was phenomenal. And again, it's very different compared to how he played in Boston for the Boston Red Sox, only posting a 1 WAR, going in to post a 4.55 ERA in 209 innings pitched. A lot more of a sample size in Boston, but again, he was there for 6 years compared to the 2 years that he was in Los Angeles. And again, one of those years was a half year. Now, what does his Baseball Savant page look like? In 2023, it was pretty damn good. Last year, he did not qualify for the majority of the categories here in the overall statistics. But again, in 2023, again, half of the year in Boston, the other half in Los Angeles. So again, take it with a grain of salt where he put up these good numbers and where he put the bad numbers up. But again, the majority of these stats in the top average, in the top half, I should say, of the entirety of baseball when we come down to the percentiles. Expected ERA, 77th percentile. Barrel percentage, the 95th percentile. Extension rate, 83rd percentile. I'm sorry, the font's a little small on my end. If fastball velo did go up just a bit, as we've seen, he was around that 92 to 94 mile per hour average fastball velocity, up to 90, almost 96 at 95.8, sitting in the 80th percentile of the league, which again is above average, and it gets the job done. I believe the actual fastball that he was throwing went from being just a four-seam fastball to being more of a cutter when he got to LA, and I think that was a large reason to why Ryan Brasier was far more successful, because again, the fastball, velocity was never something that was going to blow you away. It was never something that he was going to lean on like we see in today's new age of baseball with Skeens, Jared Jones, and all these other guys that just simply dominate with a heavy fastball, something that we think of with a Aroldis Chapman back in his Chicago days. But again, in his White Sox day, or what am I saying? In his Chicago Cub days is what I'm thinking of. I'm all over the place. But again, the idea is the same. Pitching run value way up, fastball value way up, his breaking ball value way up. And now the fact that he's throwing that cutter, it seems like things are really unlocking for Ryan Brasier, and he has the ability to really be a complete piece coming out of the pen for any team that is willing to go out and sign him. Now, because he was DFA'd, it seems like there's going to be a 10-day period before he is considered a free agent, and if they can't find a trade partner in this 10-day period, again, Brasier will become an unrestricted free agent. It seems like he's going to be able to be signed by any of these teams that are willing to go out and pay him the money and bring him into their organization. Now, for the Red Sox, like we mentioned earlier, Garrett Whitlock, Josh Wicknowski. Again, there's a handful of good names here. Liam Hendricks, Aroldis Chapman, Justin Slayton have all been considered for the closing position. I'm not throwing out Brazier's name to go out and get and announce him as the certified closer for this Boston Red Sox team. But again, I think he would be a great helping hand to this back end of, again, the bullpen to really be another relief arm for these Red Sox to really rely on. And again, I know the lows were very low for the Brasier and the Red Sox back in our first tenure together. But again, if you can bring him in, allow him to throw that cutter, do not rely on a fastball that is not going to be able to blow by the offensive player. Again, I think things could be really, really good, as well as just putting him on an offense that has putting him on a team that has so much offensive capabilities. He could usually be playing with a lead in spots where he's not trying to get out of these big jams, not trying to give up the lead in certain scenarios. I think he could be a lot more comfortable in these scenarios. And again, relying on the offense that we have on the other side of the field for this Boston Red Sox team and Ryan Brasier, I think it could really, really work out. And again, be another piece of another arm to add to this the set of arms that we have, whether it be coming out of this starting rotation or out of the bullpen. I think Brasier could be a very complimentary piece that could really benefit from this team as currently constructed and really redemp on the bad years that we had in Boston, because not all of them were bad, but again, not all of them were great. So again, a very interesting piece to talk about here. Overall, it'd be very nice to see Ryan Brasier back in a Red Sox uniform. Let me know down below what you guys think about this possible signing by the Boston Red Sox, and really just how crazy is it that the Los Angeles Dodgers have such a surplus of talent that they're DFAing someone in Ryan Brasier, who, again, posted a .70 ERA in the end of 2023 in the back end of that year with the Dodgers, and a total of a 1.89 ERA collectively over a year and a half, 2 years with this Dodgers organization. It's crazy. But again, that'll be it for this episode of Red Sox Digest. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.